Round of 16. Trap. Armani. SOS. Zest. GSL Season 1. Code S. Africa TV Freak Up Studio Live. LG Ultra Gear and Hot 6 2021 GSL Season 1.
Okay, we won't. Yeah, I know there's still hope. Someone's going to move on.
Yeah, somebody.
This is the final match for the round of 16. It's going to be a rematch with SOS. My cord is all over the place. A rematch with as S. You know, you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think they can see the little glasses and the mustache on my tie?
Just
does it
barely,
show up,
yeah,
or does it look like I
if
just
they
have food on my tie?
Well, you
what I
normally
wondered.
do have food on your tie, but not today.
Well, I got to keep them guessing, Artosis.
Is that a new tie today?
No, this is the same tie.
Oh, okay.
Artosis,
I guess I just never paid
Artosis
attention
pays such little attention to what they give us to wear that we could actually give him like a polka dot jacket. He'd be like, okay,
I
these
just
are my
put
clothes.
it right on. Be like, I think it
He'd
looks
be like,
good on me.
I'm a blazer. This is what I wear every day. Like,
This is what a confident man looks like, tasteless. Someone who will just put on whatever clothes
whatever
you give him
clothes he's handed
and
to him.
rock them out.
Yeah, rock them
Rock
is the right
them
word.
out.
Look at Artosis rocking that blazer, man. So this is a rematch.
Yes.
SOS and Zest played before. SOS actually came out on top, but SOS has now lost a trap.
Yeah.
Zest defeats
during,
Armani.
During the commercial break, me and JYP were peeing together at the urinals, tasteless.
Crossing
and,
the streams.
We
I get
agree.
it.
There's been too many dark shrines. SOS already used up all his tricks. This is going to Zest.
Artosis and JYP met up, started dropping the deuce together, talking between the stalls.
Yeah.
Said, you know
Passing
what?
notes underneath.
Yeah. Dan said, here's what I think about those Dark Shrine players. He went, got Nickelodeon humor here at GSL. SOS versus Zest, the rematch on Deathra.
Okay.
King Kong versus Deathra.
I love that Nautilus is the second map. I
Hell
love
yeah.
that.
And Lightshade is the third map. Guys, one more spot in the round of 8. It will go to SOS or Zest, whoever survives this best of 3.
2021 GSL Season 1.
We stood at the edge of the world. Seize the stakes.
Yes!
Yeah!
And here we go.
Yeah!
What? And they're going to pass
But-
each other. That's so funny. What are they doing?
What are they doing?
What are these guys doing, man?
Do they both commit?
Yes. You have to.
Gate in the main, gate in the main.
Well, are you
What?
going to steal gas? Is that what the plan is? Look, he blocks both the gas steals.
So we had the possibility for a lot of aggressive play. None of it happened.
Yeah. Well, I think when your probes pass each other, what can you do?
No, I think there's pretty much nothing, unless you're like way better than your opponent.
Oh!
That's what you
Get
do!
out of here! Oh!
Fatality!
Wrecked! So Zest versus Rogue in the round of 8, huh? That's kind of crazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, that's...
Those are one of the winning conditions, right? Is take their gas.
So just to make it clear to people what was happening there, to steal a gas, basically if you put your miner right next to the gas, like you right-click on the geyser,
Yeah, like it's touching it.
yeah, the gas can't be made. So it's a little play where you have your gas to prevent yourself from being gassed. You have your miner clicked on it, your probe there. But then your opponent also has a probe click there. So you have to actually chase that off. So he chased it with 2 probes, obviously, to try to get rid of it. But the millisecond that one of his probes, like his probes popped off of touching the geyser, Zest turned around and grabbed the gas. So slows down his gas.
And he puts
by
a
lot.
pylon over the natural because you end up with this buildup of excess minerals.
Yes.
And usually the most logical thing to do is throw down a Nexus and try to navigate the game that way. But he's basically done a double denial.
Yeah.
It's double jeopardy, I think is the correct word.
And look, he wants to. He wanted to steal it again, but
Yeah.
he couldn't quite do it. Good try, good try. I love that he stole a gas too. He's got 5 gas. He can bring that home with him.
Double jeopardy. What was that line that they said in Arrested Development? It's like, you can't go to jail twice for like doing the same crime twice. And they're like, That's not true.
Yeah. You can't be tried twice, right? If you get like.
What was? I can't remember what it was. It was something like.
Yeah, no, but I remember. But like, what double jeopardy actually is like you can't be tried twice.
Right. I think so. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. You're like way too into this. I don't care. Like.
I love that because you brought it up. That's amazing. You're like, way into this. Way too into this.
Calm down and talk about the game. My God.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Oh, it's really funny. I got tears in my eyes.
Trying to make people feel bad and stupid is like one of the funniest things in my opinion. I don't know. It shows our defunct childhoods, man. Just sit here and be mean to each other while talking about a video game.
Watching our adolescent brains in action.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, where are we at here? SOS, the Twilight, and Robo? We have Oracle over on the side of Zest.
Yep, gets the block off. It's Void Ray here for Zest. That's very exciting.
But he has the Oracle and now Void Ray, so like I think that's a very defensive Void, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It would be crazy if he tries to do some sort of Void attack, but
a lot of this seems to be hinged on not showing the Void for a long time.
You know, I mean, Zest is...
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Well, he's not going to see the Void necessarily.
Oh, well, you know, he actually is going to have 4 Adepts. So when you have 4 Adepts, you're actually okay against this.
Yeah.
Because Adepts are the only thing that kill Adepts quickly enough to not massacre your own line. But, okay, so he makes a Void, and he has a Robo being made. So I wonder... Yeah, second Void. Oh, this is very exciting. So Void Ray Disruptor is a thing. It is a thing. I think Hearthstone is the only player that actually used it back in its day, but like, they kind of complement each other pretty darn well. I hope that's what he's going for. That would be super cool.
Nice, catches that one probe.
Was it nice though?
It was not nice.
No. Did you see that last piece of the Oracle do a kickflip down in the swamp? Like, damn, look at that. And it's not even going to hurt when it lands because it's a swamp.
Look, that's some double jeopardy right there, am I right?
You can't kill that Oracle twice for getting that probe. That's for sure. Oh, boy. All right, so is he actually going Immortal Void Ray? And now he's making a Forge. That's interesting. I mean, that's a pretty heavy anti-Stalker build, right? Blink Stalkers aren't going to do too much against Immortal Void Ray. Zest really bringing out a special build here.
Yeah, this is exciting.
You sound excited. That's how I could tell.
This is exciting.
Wow.
Wow. We're having fun, man. We're having
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not into this anymore. Like.
Oh, God.
So he's going to do his scout here. It's so funny, man.
It really is.
Oh, he blinks in. And now he's going to, of course, see the Void Rays. That surprise is over. How much damage can he do here? He's probably going to have to actually recall back.
Well, he's going to lose some there for sure.
Yeah, that was actually terrible.
Yeah, it didn't really do that much. But honestly, his Stalkers aren't going to do much in general. He needs to get off of Stalker production now. So after killing off those, going to go ahead, take the third base. I think that's a great choice. Charge is on the way for SOS. No third Nexus as of yet. But he is adding a lot of gates.
Is there an opportunity that was lost now because he came out with those Stalkers? Because his third base is coming up immediately. We don't have the third base started yet for SOS. He is getting more gates, which seems to signal he could have a timing attack. But is there a chance this doesn't work? I mean, he lost half of the Stalkers diving into the main there. Got something like 2 probes.
Yeah, well, like, I think Zest should be able to hold. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. The 2 Adepts, though, get in. It's never too late for 2 Adepts to ruin a game.
Yeah. Is he going to actually get to the main there? Yeah, he does.
Oh, man.
All right, How about 3 Adepts? How do they do against 1 Adept Artosis?
Yeah, they do fine.
Okay.
7 probes, though, is pretty significant.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of gates did finish up there, and he's going into his charge lots. We did get a little bit of a hiccup there for Zest. He definitely needs something other than what he's showing here, right? Because, like, we might just see, like, Archon Zealot with just a little group of Stalkers with it come up for an attack, and that's going to be very hard for him to hold with this weird, small technical army he has. Like, look at that army. What is that, the Avengers?
Which one's Hawkeye, then?
It's the 2 Sentries.
Yeah, imagine being a superhero you fight with a bow. It's like, what are you, a caveman? Like,
Cavemen didn't have bows, did they?
oh, well, the
What
badass
are you, an
ones did.
archer? He's like, well, yes, exactly
He's
that.
like, yes, I fight with a bow and arrow. I'm literally exactly an archer.
All right, picks off one of the Hawkeyes. But, like,
Meet more.
I don't know. It feels to me like in this game, if it keeps going this way, Zest is going to be fine. Because if he just goes like Archon Charge Lot,
Yeah.
he has the Immortal advantage, right? SOS, does he have any Immortals?
I don't believe he
I don't-
does.
I don't
think he
believe
actually did a tech leap and did not get that.
Yeah, so that's the problem, right? Because their economies are very similar. If you have like a bigger, quicker economy than your opponent, then you can actually go for this like Gateway Man style where you're just on like Charge Blink Archon. And sometimes you can roll, but if your opponent has like kind of a similar army but also Immortals, like in Ground vs. Ground, if we're not talking about Disruptors, Immortals are the winner. They
Yeah.
beat everything for price. Everything. And especially all the things that your opponent has, you know?
We've got Raver Archons with this skin here.
Oh.
Yeah. They're ready to dance and party all night. The attack's coming through now, through the rocks. But is this going to do anything?
No.
I feel like
I don't
right
think so.
now Zest is just going to be ready. He's going to hold this and shut it down.
Yeah, there's too many Archons. His +2 might even finish right before it hits here. Yeah, look. +2, done.
Look at it.
Back up, though. Back up, though. This is not where we
This
fight.
is Mecha Archons.
But yeah, that army, like, SOS right now needs to, like, go Disruptor or something. Because
Yeah, well, he needs something to counter this, and I think Disruptor is probably the right unit to get for sure.
honestly, he needs to, like, wing around the map right now and counterattack because there's no way he's going to beat this army. This army is just better than his.
Okay, he's going to easily be able to wipe out the 4th base here. Does he push further ahead than that? This
That
is
is
an
the freest base
easiest
ever.
cancel I've ever seen in my life. He did use up the charges.
Yeah, but they'll be back, Tasteless. They always
They come back.
crawling
That's not a one-time use.
It's a spell at one time.
Okay, this is a commitment.
Well, that's, I mean, it's a
This
good
is a
arc
pretty-
from SOS.
Pretty insane arc, but there's a lot of
Yeah, look
a
at
lot
the
of
Immortals.
yeah,
It's just not even, like, the Immortals just beat everything, man.
yeah. The War Prism is perfectly kept alive. That is going to be the game, man. Zest just smashing, honestly, just bashing SOS this game.
Yeah, if you're going to skip Immortals, you need to be very forward. You need to, like, hit a timing or do tons of counterattacks and buy time to jump up the tech tree a bit. And unfortunately for SOS, he was unable to do that.
Excellent play there. A little bit, I don't know, I got some question marks around me when I'm looking at SOS's play right now. That just did not seem to be a great game from him.
Well, he did get hiccuped by the offensive gas, right? Like, they were both trying to
That is
cheese
true.
each other a little bit.
That's true. I guess I'm used to seeing him kind of wiggle out of stuff like that. We're going to go to GSL Nautilus for Game 2.
Yeah, that was Zest's map pick.
That's right.
I'm interested to see what he's going to do. Like, will he do a Crazy Nexus first? SOS probably learned something there from the game against
I
Trap.
think we all learned something from Trap doing that in this game. What if
Yeah.
they both go Nexus first, too? I mean, what is the sequence of stuff from there? 3 Nexus.
Yeah,
we
you gotta go
become
3
Zerg
Nexus.
players after that. Our game's loaded up, guys. Game 2 with SOS versus Zest.
2021 GSL Season 1.
We stood at the edge of the world. Seize the stakes. They're living a life like
Team NV, SOS. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Zest.
They both go Gateway Tasteless.
Yeah, look at that. What are they doing? Where are their nexuses? Oh my god!
Into the center here.
Yeah, no, the SOS did this in the previous game, right? But he stayed there.
Yeah, he's actually just going to cross scout.
Oh, that's fine.
And he actually catches Zest's probe coming out and turning to the left. So when he scouts here, he'll know that Zest is top right.
Right.
So.
Yeah, we don't really get to talk about cross spawn scouts since we don't normally have 4-player maps, but
You know,
it is usually it means that you have one build set up if they're in the diagonal position, so you want to find that out first. And if they're not, that's fine. You're going to play a much probably more aggro game or something intended for a close player.
and actually, the acceleration zones here were set up so that
Oh, so that it's all the same distance travel time, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So
Thank
the
you.
fact that if they scout on the same time, then SOS only has to scout 2 bases because you'll see your probe in what direction it's coming from or going to.
Oh, that's genius.
So I think that he might have set that up
Yeah.
like that. Because if those accelerator zones weren't there, then the math gets like really complicated when you have to leave with your probe and everything. So I think maybe that could be a thing from SOS. All right, so Zest is getting a Sentry, which generally means that we're going to see an expansion coming out of him. 2 Stalkers from SOS. No buildings in the map, right? Yeah. Looks like both sides want to expand. Zest might put a pylon there. Yeah. 2 Stalkers coming out. Both sides going double sentry here.
Yeah, to start things off. So those Stalkers actually going to go back. Just wanted to drive that away. And you know, this is another game where we have a pylon blocking here. It's Zest doing it again here. Zest, honestly, he's the one, if you covered the IDs up, I would think that he's SOS here. But immediately we have this Nexus coming down. We want to watch and basically see, does SOS decide to commit to some kind of attack, or does he just expand himself?
Yeah, I mean, if you're making sentries, you kind of have to go for the Nexus, I think. Sentry's just not going to do much for you offensively at this point. So in comes the Hallucinated Phoenix, actually flies into the Stalkers, but gets around. Very importantly. If you lose that first Hallucinated Phoenix, it is like the worst feeling in the world.
Forge coming down now for Zest.
And he loops back around. He actually doesn't check the left side of the base. Oh, yeah, no, he did see the Twilight. Never mind. I was going to say, where was that? This one gets the Scout on the Twilight and the Forge. So here from SOS, we get to see, like, is he going to throw down a counter Forge?
Yeah.
If you don't go Forge, you're just saying, okay, well, you're going to have a sick +2 timing, right?
Yeah, or if you don't get a Forge, I have some kind of other tech I'm going to use to try to punish you. And this is not going to be about having just a better, more robust army. I mean, when you go for the Forge, you're basically saying, I want to play a more well-rounded game.
Yeah.
You know, I want to have a lot of different options. Where I don't have anything that I clearly want yet. And in this case, it's going to be SOS going with DTs and Stalker-centric pressure.
Yeah.
So basically, the pressure that's coming here is a bit more of an illusion, right? Blink is coming too, but the idea is behind all this, oh my God.
Oof.
Okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but behind all this, you're pretty much hoping the DT rush comes in and gets him in the end. But
Okay, the one thing about losing those 2 Stalkers, actually, I don't think that's as bad as I thought it was. Oh, you started a cannon? Oh, that's hilarious.
and then a robo right next to it.
Oh my God. Yeah. And SOS sees both of those, so it's like, oh, so the DT is not going to work again.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, he has way less hallucinations now after 3 force fields to scout the DT, but it doesn't matter because he gets the cannon. He's not going to be greedy.
Well, it seems like he's basically blind countering it.
Yeah. Well,
like,
SOS has done it almost every game gone Dark
He's
Shrine
doing
quickly.
DT too much. DT you want to rarely throw in. so that it's rare enough that a lot of times it'll work. You know, if you become known as a DT guy, I think especially in StarCraft 2, it just, you're going to get countered, blind countered more often, you know? Because so many of these matchups, especially PvP, it's about cutting corners and trying to figure out, okay, what do I need right now and what can wait? And I think he's done DTs enough. I think the blind cannon is brilliant. He's going to have the robo out. And this is some pretty, you know, bunk tech right now. I mean, there's not going to be opportunities for SOS here.
Yeah. He's now getting his robo, so he can get into Immortal production, which I think is going to be pretty important. I really don't want to see him try to go like Gateway Man again.
Yeah.
It's that style, it's like super fun, but it's really hard to actually make it work. Mortals are just strong. So Zest walking out with a pretty scary force.
He's got that Observer with his army. Not that I think there's even a DT in this game.
Well, I think when they get the detection, it's probably best not to overdo DTs.
Here's one. Push is going to be coming here as well. Now, maybe this one DT can get in there and do some damage. There was a cannon. There was a chance he could just run by. Ooh, got to be careful.
Yeah, there's +1 right now and more Stalkers for Zest. Not feeling very confident about SOS's chances here. I think it's going to look like some other games we've seen.
The Warp Prism's in an extremely safe location here. The fight continues on over the Nexus. A battery does finish, allowing for some recharges. Some of these Stalkers in the back are not attacking.
Great force fields. More Warpins, though, coming out of Zest. He just has more. 16 against 9 right now.
Yeah, and I don't know if that DT did any damage, but I don't see enough probe kills for it to matter.
Well, he has a DT on the army. He picked off the Observer.
Oh.
But it's not really, I don't think it's enough, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is just so many Stalkers. You can kill everything here. And I think that's going to be game, man.
Yeah.
Zest just smashes SOS again. GG.
Another unfortunate result for SOS. He has not made it out of the first round of Code S last year or so far this year. Zest does go up, and that actually gives us a dynamite round of 8 match of Rogue versus Zest on that top side of the bracket. The winner of that, I think, is favored to go to the finals. And yeah, that's kind of crazy. If I was Rogue, I wouldn't be super hyped about that.
Yeah, I am bummed a little bit that SOS just isn't performing well. I mean, he's not the guy that is kind of the fourth race or the mind bender that just can pull anything off and is revolutionizing not just the way we see StarCraft 2, but RTS in general. This is not his year so far.
I hope he does better later into the year.
Yeah, me too.
Generally, he does peak towards the end, but it didn't happen last year. And, you know, it's...
With overwhelming power, Zest defeats SOS, and he moves on to round of 8. Congratulations. Thank you. TY, Stats, and you are going to be going to the military this year. And you're the only survivor out of the 3. How do you feel after winning that match? Well, in terms of skills, TY and Stats should be in the round of 8 too. But this is quite surprising. And since this is the last season for me, I'm going to have to try really hard. And you went to the IEM finals. And it's really good to see you performing so well in the Code S as well. So these the games these days, are they going well for you? Well, in practice, yes, the games are going well for me. And today I had the confidence to move on to round of 8. And you played against SOS for the second time. The first time you lost to him, but in the second time you were able to pull off the revenge. In the first match, you know, things didn't go according to my plan. That's why I lost against him. So as long as I didn't make the same mistake, I knew that I could beat him. And Zest, I'm sure the fans are rejoiced to see you playing so well on stage today. So this season, what is your goal for this season? Well, I did want to move out of the group as the first place. So in the round of 8, I'm going to play against Rogue. And I think the further matches after Rogue will be easier for me. And I believe I can beat, I can go to the finals if I beat Rogue. So are you saying that your goal is the finals this season? Well, you know, Maru on the other side of the bracket, he's a hard opponent. So I think this side of the bracket is easier for me. So let's see how Zest plays in the round of 8. So before we go off, anything you want to say, Zest? So this might be my last season, so I'm gonna try really hard. And today I did not show satisfactory result, but I'm gonna try harder in the next match. Once again, congratulations, Zest. Thank you.
All right, guys, that does it for the round of 16.
Yes, indeed it does. Let's take a look at how it went tonight. Trap was first out. He definitely looked the best by a good margin. And then Zest in second place definitely looked second best by a good margin.
Yeah. Again, I'm a little bit bummed that SOS doesn't advance, but look, his games are not... There's no reason he should be advancing if he's playing games like this, honestly.
Yeah.
Seems like even his decision-making is a little bit off, and I always felt like that was his strongest suit, was, you know, the way that he would approach the game. Armani, I think he put up a good fight. I think he's a strong player, but these other players are just that much better. And so here's our round of 8.
Yeah, look at that. Day 1, which will be on Monday. Bunny vs. Dream, which is just crazy that one of them is going to be top 4. And then Rogue vs. Zest, which could be a finals absolutely anywhere that there is. Down at the bottom, Day 2, 1 week from today. Hurricane vs. Maru and Innovation vs. Trap. That's definitely a more stacked side of the bracket. And I feel like the top 4 tastes, it's like a Terran player versus, like, it's a sick top 4 is what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it looks like Maru is going to probably make it. Trap probably over Innovation.
Maybe Innovation,
Rogue
though.
or Zest, and already those 3 is like, oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah. And then you've got Bunny in the top 4.
It might well happen. He is having the season of his life right now.
He's playing extremely well, and he's a guy where, you know, we don't normally have deep in a tournament, so that's exciting. We're going to be back on Monday. Again, guys, we're always on Monday and Thursday now. No more Wednesday, no more Saturday for us. It's going to be Bunny versus Dream, a fantastic TVT, and then we're going to get the other 2 races in there with Rogue versus Zest.
Yeah, that is going to be really exciting because Rogue or Zest could end up winning this tournament.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a feeling it's going to be another Rogue GSL.
It very well may be.
Every time Rogue wins a tournament, I cast him like, of course that was going to happen. Why do I not just always say Rogue's going to win?
Yeah.
He's been so strong and so consistent, and when he plays, he looks untouchable.
Dude, already his accomplishments are so much. To win another GSL, that's like, we're getting into the nosebleeds, truly. Anyways, this is a fun day, and our round of 8 is super exciting. Cannot wait for it.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. Also, day 1 of ASL is out now.
That's
from us.
right.
Check that out.
It's on the Afrika TV YouTube channel,
yes.
so definitely go give it a look-see.
So if you want to keep watching StarCraft, go check that out.
Yeah.
And more to come as well.
Yeah, we're going to have episode 2 out very, very shortly here. So, yeah, check them out.
And I'm trying to think, is there anything else to announce? I guess we already said that the show's been moved to a different time now. I don't know.
No, that's about it. I mean, times are good. We have the round of 8, and then, you know, we'll go into a super tournament after this tournament's done, and so on and so forth.
We still can't have anybody in the studio yet. We're still waiting for everybody to get vaccinated out here. Korea's lagging behind a little bit on that, so hopefully we'll be back to normal out here soon. We have gone for over a year. Yeah, over a year without audiences here.
Yeah, it's getting strange.
It's getting weird. I'm gonna be nervous when it's full of people here. I'll be like, "This is too many people here. I haven't been at gatherings." You know. Yeah, and we can't close the show till the Koreans do, so we just kind of sit here.
Yeah.
It's your turn, Artosis.
We already talked about everything, right? Like, we already had all of our laughs and everything. I'm pretty much done with you for the day. I'm like,
I'm glad I got to shut you down when you tried to answer my question.
Yeah, no, that was good. I liked that a lot.
That was fun.
But yeah, I mean, I guess coming up, we have Valorant this weekend.
We'll be casting that.
And then Monday is, of course, the round of 8, which is going to be great.
I'll be doing some PUBG casting here with Paper Thin very soon here. We're getting started on that as well.
Yeah.
So we're pretty booked out here.
Lots of e-gaming going on.
Lots of e-gamers.
Pro gamers playing for prize money and glory, and that's what you want to see.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not just about the glory. You got to get a little bit of that prize money too, Artosis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so glad we can't close the show right now.
No.
I'm glad we're just in limbo with no moment of knowing when it's going to end.
That's the best part.
That's all the time we have. I do know. We love you guys. Take care. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.